Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Well, on top left side, as the hot pink Knights Templar, we've got Serjeant Johan. On bottom right side, as the yellow House of Lancaster, building a barracks, we have delete. Sorry, my tongue's gonna have some hiccups. We have deletejardi. Early barracks going for some early spearmen. Of course, House of Lancaster does not have early or vanguard men at arms. They don't even have early Earl's Guard. They just have normal Earl's Guard. When it comes to map generation, let's see, gold deposit behind, a little bit up front, one way off to the side here, so nothing too fantastic for pink, though it does have a good amount of stone in this area. Spearmen's pushing way forward. Deer deposit up front, deer deposit way down here. So map generation is not exactly too kind to pink. When it comes to yellow, two gold deposits behind. Of course, one of them is the natural. One small down here, large gold in the center, large gold in the center north, and both the deer deposit and the boar deposit right here with another small gold. So it feels like yellow's map generation is pretty good. Pink's not so much. Unless you want stone, which Knights Templar does make good use of stone with the fortresses for extra pilgrims. And Spearman rotating around. Did not find the skull deposit way back here. Has enough gold. Going for Knights Hospitaller. Increasing civilian health by 30%. Move speed by 10%. And increases healing from all sources by 30%. Also gives access to a unique heavy infantry. Knights Hospitaller, which does have the monk heal effect. Most stats are similar to a man-at-arms. It's a little bit cheaper, but less armor, if I remember correctly. I think it also does move its spearman and archer movement speed. We have not outpost here. Try and maybe lock down the stone deposit, but with our cast division, we see all the stone up there. He does not claim his gold deposit now. Archer range, going for some archers to engage these spearmans. Abbey of Kings being south should get some Lords of Lancaster. Going for the stone deposit here, archers for defense. Of course, we got the 3 spearmen intercepting. Villagers going to be taking out their knives. Looks like this is all women here, so ready to shank the... Nope, they've got 2 men. So 6 women, 2 men. Archers are keeping these spearmen at bay. They can be used just to keep this area nice and secure. Looks like a bit back in the eco phase. Scout is here. Pursuing quite far with the archers. Or archer. The other one did stay behind or went down south to the deer. The scout might actually win against this archer in 1v1 since how wounded it is. It's already down half of its health. Secondary town center here. Outpost slowly going on down. Key one slowly bar. And maybe we gotta do it for a scout just to garrison inside this outpost so it can start firing away with its defensive arrow. And looks like that is exactly what he did. Does he got a poor forest pupper there? The scout does have a bit of health regen. Yellow could pop out of a scout to engage a scout. Got spearmen here. His own spearmen, I should say. One Lord of Lancaster on the field. Got now the villager or level 1 pilgrims. This one appears to be the farthest, though this one's... Yeah, that one appears to be the farthest. Pilgrim does get spotted by the outpost. Scurries along. Units can make their way up north to intercept the Pilgrim. Barracks going on up. Farms going on up. Lord of Lancaster here, heavy melee, 2 range armor. His damage is quite similar to the king, which means very slow. Trying to use a scout to slow down the pilgrim. It does man pick off the pilgrim. Lord of Lancaster does move at man-at-arms movement speed, which is not the same movement speed as Earl's Guard. Earl's Guards do move at Spearman and Archer movement speed at 1.25. Card and Spearman researched. Lord of Lancaster needs to fall back to Abbey. The Abbey still provides a good health regen. Does take some hits there. 15, 12 health. 9, 6, 3, and 0 health. And now dead. This game does have decimal points, so the archers looks like its health is ever so slightly higher than what number is displayed. Large number of farms there. Looks like Knights Templar is going to just dig in. Spearman does find this pilgrim. Looks like she's going to be stabbed a couple times. Try to scurry away. Oh, got Hobler here, which is the cheaper but weaker horseman for the House of Lancaster. They do have fast attack speed. Nice hospital there, trying to heal up this spearman. This is able to out heal the damage received. Same damage DPS as a man-at-arms. I think the health is the same in this age as well. To be honest, I don't remember the exact health as a normal man-at-arms. It does have the same amount of health as a Kashik, which is not high. The Knights Templar does, or the Knights Hospital does cost 10 less resources than a man-at-arms, but is far more heavy in gold. Hobblers also, in comparison, do cost gold, and they're cheaper, lower than 100, costing 95. Another pilgrim gets intercepted. I like most amount of interceptions I usually see in the early game, because a lot of the replays of cast, the pilgrims don't really get intercepted all too much. Hobler trying to intercept that scout. We got a good number of spearmans here, though they're only Dark Age spearmans. I suppose this thing's not exactly healthy now, is it? We fall back to the Abbey to get some good health regen going. We got some yeomen in the field, which are more expensive than normal archers, costing 95 rather than 80. Of course, they do have 5 damage, improved movement speed. Of course, affected by the Lords of Lancaster, and visually get affected by synchronized shot. Also, on range damage is now being researched. Republic Genoa being researched. Republic Genoa does provide extra pilgrim gold, provides a Genoese crossbow, if I remember correctly, does bonus damage versus all infantry. And they have more range, hit harder, but far more expensive than normal crossbowmans. a very good number of hobblers, so that would be good against the Genoese crossbowmen. Genoese crossbowmen may have not been a good option against the House of Lancaster. They love their cavalry, so maybe the heavy spearmen would have been better. But then again, maybe just eyeing for the extra gold generation from pilgrims, which is having trouble keeping them alive. Fortress could help out with that. He has enough stone here for a fortress. They cost 600 stone, 300 gold. More man-at-arms now being employed in the field. Huh, man-at-arms only costs 110? I thought they cost 120. Am I mistaken? Here's a Genoese crossbowman. See, effective against melee infantry, while this just says against heavy targets. Spearman says get some good hits on those hobblers. In that villager now. Yellow has a pretty good contain here. Yeomen do fire a volley there. Man-at-arms push way forward as well. Of course, they move much slower than the yeomen, so they're able to get starters up the way. The hospitaller does move at spearman moving range, but knights, of course, the yeomen do move even faster. Brother Templar now pulling the field. White tower being established up here, which of course gives you a keep with 3 free Earl's Guard, the standard keep upgrade. It's basically just a age up keep. I'm usually a bit more fan of the King's Cool Egg, because it gives you a lot of unique research. Strangely enough, I've never seen the early hand cannoneers being used at all. Yeomen firing away, hitting the archers. Spearmans, Dark Age Spearmans going down to the yeomen. Hobblers do find some of the man-at-arms. Keep is currently being built by 3 villagers, so even I'm having trouble seeing them. No longer being built by any villagers. 2 Lords of Lancaster on the field. This does also give 1 keep bonus for the Earl's Guard and Demi-Lancers. Plus 1 damage, maximum 4. So we don't see Genoese crossbow in the field just yet. We do have some regular crossbowmen. Crossbowmen being pulled up by the House of Lancaster, which makes sense. We see man-at-arms and Brother Templars. Brother Templar does get a good charge check there. Yeoman does trap the Brother Templar, making easy pickings. Yeoman pushing way forward. Spearmen, yeomen falling back. Hobblers are also coming down south. Everything trying to engage these Brother Templars. Non-encounter units. That's supposed to be not counter units, but Brother Templars are healthy enough to again perhaps run away. We've got increased range armor and elite or veteran yeomen. pilgrims here. Level 2 pilgrims have been researched. No fortresses to increase that count even further. Right now they're providing 101 gold plus the age up bonus, so it's about 120. $122 and 23. The Hoblars do take a bit of damage there. More Brother Templars being on the build queue. Hoblars heading up north. Got a monk there. When it comes to sheep count, 17 versus 21. Relic count, that is the first relic picked up in the game. Yellow does not have any monks on the field. Man-arms pushing forward. Couple crossbowmen mixed on in for yellow. Yeoman retargeting towards the back line. Crossbowman just being generally aimed that's armored. One of the lords of Lancaster goes down. Good lord. Another one has gone down. Yellow has won the fight. When it comes to destroyed value, 5,700 versus 3,600. Yellow has the advantage, but the advantage is small the moment. The Billman upgrade now being researched by yellow. White tower here, venison being obtained. Manor is now being established. Pilgrims do get intercepted there. One Brother Templar remaining. Got a bit of impalement there. Let's see, when it comes to army value in the field, both players are hovering around the similar number. 4th Lord Lancaster being deployed in the field. Monk is becoming extra holy right now. There goes the monk. Fortress now being salvaged. First fortress up here to help secure this gold deposit. Very nice. Give him a 3rd pilgrim as well. Oh, something died. One of the Lords of Lancaster, I'm guessing. Second side up north has been obtained. Forces out of range to improve the gold income from it. Oblars to take a bit of hits there. We do not have siege engineers by yellow. HQ has fully garrisoned. Good number of archers on the build queue. The Genoese crossbow do cost 80-90, so they're pretty expensive. Synchronized shot being queued up by the House of Lancaster. Another fortress being established, this time the central sacred site. Spearmen scout are nearby, monk securing up the sacred site. Yellow has managed to traverse through his opponent's lands, largely unscathed. Brother Templar is now trying to intercept. Spearman needs to advance. Good number of reserve archers. There goes one of the lords. Got a good number of billmen trying to engage these units, which reduces opponent's armor. Does not stack, but it's still pretty nice for the yeomans. Units trying to fall back now. Do take a bit of losses, do a bit of damage. Of course, does spot this fortress here. Might be a good idea to go for the treasure tower sooner rather than later. Another fortress now being established, a third fortress. Let's put up the pilgrim count up to 5. Warren Palace on the field. Are we going to see demi-lancers? I'm not sure we're going to see. Warren army, so it'll be very nice. Crossbowmen, spearmen, in this case billmen, and a free trebuchet. And of course you get, what else is there? You don't get any unique units like Warren Rangers or Warren Footmen. Let's see, you get one evolving healthy number of demi-lancers, which I don't know if age 4 demi-lancers is any good. I know the age 2 demi-lancers are just junk. They lose out and one we wonder is a horseman. Got a keep there. Fortress will be built first. Fortress can always be upgraded with trebuchet emplacement. But that's of course what, age 4, right? Warren Palace now established. Let's see, Earl's Retinues give 6 demi-lancers, 2 hobblers. And Garrison Commands gives you basic free Earl's Guard. Great volley there. I usually think gunpowder contingent deployed at the most. It is cost efficient, but situationally okay deployment. We do have a Garrison Command there. It is a pretty cheap action. You basically get, let's see, 8 spearmen. Each one costs 80, so 8 times 80 is what, 640 plus 1 Earl's Guard you get for free is another 120. So it's pretty cheap. You get some free spearmen, get a free Earl's Guard. It doesn't cost any gold, so this is a pretty cheap army there. 23 seconds is also pretty cheap train time. Another great synchronized shot there. Synchronized shots have been very good. That's probably one reason why Yeoman call a bit more expensive. They get a good volley fire and speed to go along with it. For the Templars push forward, there's a number of miners there, but they're of age. After all, they are of age. They're fully formed villagers who only got spawned in after 20 seconds each. And the lifespan right now is 20 minutes old. Republic of Venice being queued on up, which of course gets some Venetian traders. Let's see, that's the wrong one. Let's see. Reduce the base buy or sell price up by 75% when trading resources in the market, so your market trades are more efficient. You also get the Genoese trader, a limited number but highly efficient trader. While the Templars slowly go on down. We do have elite billmen, we do have the elite yeomen, no incendiary arrows, no elite army tactics. Missing out some blacksmith research. Nothing being built at the Warren Palace. He's pushing forward. The fortresses are right now at 6,000 health. They can get up like to 10,000, something ridiculously high. Siege engineers be a friend, equipped with build some battering rams, help out with that. Pattern Jackson, equip your yeoman spearman with Pattern Jackson, improving the melee armor by 3. Very nice. I don't know the upgrade. Is that a relatively new upgrade? Or do they always have that? Either way, your spearman able to contend with the men arms a little bit more efficiently. No treasure towers just yet, and the gold provided is quite significant. Looks like this one was the furthest traveled one. White Tower is trying to be repaired. More garrison commands. Villagers, I'm not sure if they're trying to get inside or just trying to garrison it. Looks like they just try to garrison it. Keep taking quite a bit of damage for a fortress. There goes those villagers. Also reduce the number of pilgrims by 1. Right now he's at 6 pilgrims. We got some Cantoneros, which is also apparently from the Republic of Venice. Cantoneros only cost gold here, and they also anti-gunpowder. They are heavy melee, but their base armor is actually pretty low. They have 18 damage, plus 16 versus gunpowder, and plus 16 for siege. They do have a faster attack speed than normal. But then compared to men-at-arms, as they start getting up to elite, I think they will have less health. Plus, that's with... okay, looks like it does not have... what's it called? Elite armor attacks just yet. Earl's Guard or Lord's Lancaster going down. Hunting arrows do cost 120 gold, and only gold. So focus on more gold income. You just want to max out hunting arrows. Cross, since they are heavy infantry, cross would be good to counter. But their armor is relatively low, so yeoman can do some work. Roaring Guard Palace is on fire. White Tower has been repaired. Incendiaries on the yeoman. Territory's going down, trying to torch down more of these. We got a good number of archers here. Synchronized shot. Sort of. Good scatter formation there. The staggered formation, not scatter formation. Big round of pilgrims there. We've got Cantonero and archers. Maybe a good idea to go for not Revolcans. These guys do resist the damage from gunpowder by 50%, though. Then again, Revolcans have quite a bit of overkill to them. They're also pretty quick at 1.44 movement speed, and that's not with a combat sprint. Crossbow and spring goals probably be the best option against Cantonero, against the archers. Mangonels. And of course, horsemen. In this case, Oblars for the House of Lancaster. Yeomen do right now have 7 tile range. Another fortress being established. Villagers backing on off. We do got more Earl's retinues. Not sure how effective the Demi-Lancers would be. They would definitely resist the damage from the archers, being heavy armor. This does take 38 seconds for 8 units. Veteran Hobler there, no Elite Hobler just yet. We got 3 manor counts, so not many manors. Elite Demi-Lancers right now have 190 health, 5 base armor, 14 base damage. So with 4 keeps and plus 3 damage blacksmith, so they can get plus 7 total, putting up 21. And America as well, if the King's Cola can also improve their charge damage by quite a bit along with Hobblers. More fortresses being established. Pilgrims are now providing quite a bit of gold there. Does have treasure towers there. 5 fortresses, 6th one on the way, putting the pilgrim count up to 8. And that'll be 8 times 175 per minute of free gold. Archers firing away, hitting those cantoneros. Good hit there onto those archers. In those villagers. Got quite a bit of hobblers there. A good chunk of them went down. I'm not so sure for what. No elite hobblers. Nor biology. Yeoman pushing up north. The House of Lancaster player is running low on all resources, borrowing stone. He has actually too much stone at the moment. Silk bowstring being resourced by a nice Templar. And the gunpowder iron clamps be interrupted. Does get interrupted. They had like 2 seconds remaining. Taking a nice shot there, hitting the crossbowman. Fortress is on fire and doesn't look like anything from being nearby to repair it. Other Templars moving around, got some billmen, some hobblers trying to set, more hobblers and billmen. We do now the gunpowder retinue now being, or gunpowder contingent being researched or deployed. Keep here to help keep this sacred site neutral, despicably neutral. Yeoman backing off. Another precision shot. This one was a pretty good one. But the Templar are still being pursued by the billmen. When it comes to army value, Pink has an army value of 18,000 versus 10,000. Destroyed values in favor. Yellow, 51,000 versus 37. Relic count 3 for yellow, 2 for pink. I don't know why that looked like a Age of Empires 3 concrete rocket at first to me. I'm just going crazy. Yeoman now getting hit by the Brother Templars. No elite overs just yet. Villagers firing their short bows from logs. Yeoman gets inside the keep there. If he's going, that's probably the best spot for them. They won't be able to do much versus these knights, so getting inside the garrison to just give them prolonged damage is not a bad idea. If you're going to do less damage outside the keep, might as well go inside the keep. Gunpowder contingents here can be hit by these archers. These guys actually have pretty low range armor, but they have 10 melee armor. And it gets a bit of damage for Revolquins who stay out of, don't get in range. More battery rams now being established. Axe on off, get some damage here, or Vulcan firing away. Lords of Lancaster going down. Billman engaging the Brother Templars, but Brother Templars are smashing way forward with their value. Precision shot there, hitting those archers. Our Balkans do go down. Trebuchets engaging the outpost. Another fortress being established now. Yeoman firing away. Archers also firing. Couple good hits there. Taking out some lumber camps. Another precision volley there. Gets a good damage on these archers. 4 spearmen and yeomen push their way forward. The Lord of Lancaster on the field. Right now, Lord of Lancaster has 19 damage. Another volley there. Good precision volley there. Another Lord of Lancaster does go down. White Tower is being set ablaze once again. 7 forces on field, which makes 9 pilgrims. Another volley there. Arrow volley there. Big hit there in the Warren Palace. Another arrow volley hits some of these forces. Warren Palace does go down to a massive volley of trebuchets. We got 7 trebuchets in the field. This is the Brother Templars. Another volley down these forces. Billman push way forward. Brother Templars falling back over here. We do have a keep in the back line. We finally now have the Scuddage research, also known as the Coward's Tax, if I remember correctly. A little bit late on this upgrade. That should be one of the first things you get in Age 4. Warren Palace has been restored. Do have this keep firing away. Knights advancing. Trebuchets nailing it very hard. We do now have some more banner commands. He has a lot of wood stored on up. Precision volley there, gets a good hit.
suis fier de mon œuvre.
Fortress does get cancelled. Or maybe got destroyed, and actually not exactly sure. He definitely did not get 600 stone back, that's for sure. Mangonel switch way forward. Big Mangonel volley there.
Ainsi sera fait.
Precision volley there. Does get a little bit of damage going. Yeoman being hit by the Mangonels as well. We got massive siege and heavy armor force. His opponents have been relying heavy on Yeoman, which are nice and all. Having extra range and mobility and precision shot, but right now he just needs crossbowmen. He does have some gold to work with. Hoblars going for the siege weapons is also another good thing. But Hoblars, they do cost gold. They're not a trash unit. Various infrastructures going down. Yellow's going to fall back. I think he's probably getting knocked out of the game, though. Two landmarks remaining. This is not the capital town center. The capital town center is down here, along with the Abbey Kings. Once both those destroyed, Yellow does lose the game. Did a good damage there from the precision shot. Or volley of fire, whatever it's called. I always get the names mixed up with also the couple heroes too, similar name and stuff. Good hits there. Mangonel does go down. Another precision volley there, hitting the back line. Bowlers are nowhere near durable enough to be a frontline unit. Well, they're also the opposite of a durable unit. They're a cheap unit. Billman will probably be better, but right now he's basically out of food. He's out of gold. Multiple lords are going down. More lords push way forward. Does a good job sort of stepping away. And Yellow does resign there. This is AngradeVT. Thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.